Welcome to the Critically Clueless. I'm Monk, and today I am doing a review on She Sees Red. Now, this game is a little bit difficult to do a review on because I really don't want to accidentally give away too much of the storyline. I'm definitely going to be putting it in like footage in the wrong order, not necessarily the correct order, because like I said, this is pretty much a movie. I mean, I didn't say that, I'm saying it now. This game is pretty much a movie. It's an interactive movie. You get to decide what the characters do and how they do it. It's maybe not as interactive as I would have liked, but it's still pretty interesting. It's a very interesting little game. I haven't actually played one of these before, not movie based anyway. So it was a bit novel to me. So I'm just going to tell you my thoughts on it, and like I said, I'm really going to try and not tell you too much what the movie necessarily is about. So this game is developed and published by Rhino Tales. Now they actually sent me this game, so a big thank you to them. I also got a link for Green Man Gaming. This game is currently $5.97 on Green Man Gaming. I'll put the link in the description. Any purchase made obviously helps out the channel a little bit as well. I actually think this game is priced really well. Now, like I've said, this is an interactive game. You decide the story and the outcome based on the choices you make during the game. The difference is obviously this is a movie. You're making the choices on the character on screen on what they do. It's actually pretty well acted, all in all. I think some actors are definitely stronger than others. It's not necessarily the biggest budget. Unfortunately, this wasn't necessarily as long as I would have liked. It's definitely not a 90-minute movie, but it's got huge replayability. You know, different choices reveal different parts of the storyline, and then you can kind of see like the whole arcing picture if you play it through at least twice. Like I said, the game actually recommends, or like I showed you, the game actually recommends that you play this game at least twice to try and get, a fuller picture of what's actually happening. And the game's definitely interesting enough to want to play it that second time. I think considering it is pretty much a real movie. You could actually sit down and just watch this. Yes, you have to make the decisions, but I think it's definitely worth the pricing. Sound wise, it does sound pretty good. It looks pretty good. That, like I said, the acting could be a little bit better. It's actually dubbed in English as well with subtitles on screen. So, it doesn't matter how you're going about this game, you've got accessibility with that. Now, there isn't as many choices, or they don't crop up as much as I would have liked. I understand, considering this is a real interactive movie, that would have been quite difficult to, constantly do the reshots or the reshoots. Um, but I did enjoy this game. I'm trying to say game instead of movie because at the end of the day, that's what this is. This is what I am. I'm a game reviewer. And so this is a little bit difficult to review because I'm kind of almost tempted to review it on its movie basis rather than its actual gameplay. If I was to review it on its gameplay, there really isn't any gameplay. Like I said, you get to make a few decisions of what your character does that you're watching does throughout this movie or throughout this game, and then that will have impact later down the line. But this is a very, very nice little pick up and go. I think it's something that you could buy, you could sit down and you could play. You're gonna want to play it a second time as well. Um, and I think little games like this are nice. I think if they're priced right, they're definitely marketable. And I think this is worth a play. Would I go out and buy it? Probably not. I don't really go for these kind of games before. Um, I've played a couple of them. They're not really my thing. I think if there were more options, maybe a different story, then yes, I would. But overall, it was actually pretty good. The movie itself was engaging. I enjoyed it. I'm kind of a movie critic. I will not watch certain movies if I think that the quality is below a certain level, and this I actually thought was pretty good. It's not obviously top standard, but it is. I did really enjoy it. I think the sound effects were done well. Visually, they were done well. Like I said, the lead actress in this I thought was actually pretty good. Um, I think maybe they were let down by a few of the supporting actors. But on the whole, I actually really enjoyed this game. And because of that, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. I can't really say too many bad things about this game. I mean, everything that I could possibly say, I have probably said in this review already, and at the end of the day, I did actually enjoy myself playing this. And considering I enjoy myself playing this, I also think that it's very well priced. Therefore, 6 out of 10 is obviously a very good score. It's one of, I don't give particularly high ratings anyway. But I think it earns that 6 out of 10. Again, it's hard to rate this game based on a specific genre. You wouldn't put it up against Red Dead, for instance, but like I said, I think it's totally earned its 6 out of 10. And that's my review for this game. I would actually recommend buying it and trying it and at least giving a couple of playthroughs. I would highly recommend giving it at least 2 playthroughs. And don't blink. Something I found that I literally looked away at the screen for 2 seconds and I missed a massive part of the movie. And I was like, what did I just miss right there? And again, that's a sign of a good story too. So if you've enjoyed this review, if you found it entertaining in the slightest, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And of course, comment your thoughts down below. Would you buy this game? Are these the kind of games that you're into? Have you ever played any of these type of games before where there's not actually very much actual gameplay and it's more, you trying to drive the story? But at any rate, I have been TheMonk and we've been Critically Clueless, and I will see you guys in the next video or the next review really soon. Stick around for the last minute to see how the game really sounds, looks and plays.
This someone was clearly part of my staff. My guys wouldn't let him go without a fight.
Uh-huh.